Motorola continues working towards mobile market domination. This time we have leaks from their upcoming flippable phone, or I guess flip phone. Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. About a month ago, I made a video talking about how Motorola has become the second largest mobile player when it comes to lower price devices. Apple and Samsung are still kings when it comes to premium devices, but that is where Motorola wants to try to stick themselves in. And the way they're trying to do that is, of course, releasing a new slate of premium devices, which you can see in that video. I'm going to link it in the description section. But also they're trying to get into the foldable device market and become a challenger to Samsung, which right now we cannot argue is the only company offering foldable devices that most people own. And they've been trying to do that, of course, by reviving the Razr line of phones. They came out with their first Razr phone back in 2019, which was an okay device, nothing to, write home about, but they came up with a 2020 version of that device that was called the Razr 5G. That also wasn't the greatest device, but of course, as I just said earlier, Motorola is hell-bent on becoming a big player within the mobile market, especially now that LG has left the building. And the way they're going to do that, of course, is with a new Razr 3, we can call it, or a Razr 2022, or Razr 5G 2, whatever you want to call it, is going to be the newest Razr device for Motorola. This, of course, is going to be a premium phone in order to beat Samsung. And now we have the first images of what the device might look like thanks to 91 mobiles and the images of the device that have leaked. The first glimpse that we get here is with the phone closed. So as you can see, when the phone is closed, we're going to get two cameras on the front with, of course, a flash there, which is going to be the back camera. And what they're saying is that one of those cameras is going to be a 50 megapixel, along with a wide angle lens that also is going to have a macro lens. And that second camera is going to have a 13 megapixel resolution. Now, if we compare it to the previous Razr, the Razr 5G, as you can see here, the previous Razr 5G had one camera in the back or the front, depending on the way you look at it. And also it looks like the screen was much smaller. As you can see there, that screen was a lot smaller than what we see on the new design. Going back to the new design, we can see here that the screen is going to be a little bigger. It looks like it might be cut off there where the camera module is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be in an angle or if the screen is going to cut off right there on the top where the camera module and flash are. But comparing it to what Samsung offered last year with the Flip 3, the screen on this device looks going to be much bigger than we got on the Flip 3. I actually did an impression/review on the Samsung Flip 3, which you can also see in the description section or up here somewhere. So now let's move on to what the device might look like once it's flipped open. It looks like a regular Motorola phone. It is going to lose that chin that the Razr had since the first iteration of the Razr back in 2019. So if we look back at the Razr 5G, you can see there at the bottom of the device, there's that chin that you had there, which also was part of the design when the phone was closed. And so it looks like this device is going to lose that and is going to become a regular candy bar style device as the Flip 3 is. So the design isn't going to be as specific to the Razr as the previous versions were. Now, looking at the image provided by 91 Models, we see there that it's going to have a selfie camera, which is going to be a punch hole style camera. And that camera supposedly is going to be a 32 megapixel camera. Another change coming to the device is the fingerprint sensor. They're moving the fingerprint sensor to the power button on the side of the device, just like the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. The device right now is codenamed Maven, and we don't have any dimensions of what the device is going to be, but previous versions of the Razr measured 6.2 inches in regards to the internal screen and 2.7 inches in regards to the external screen. So we don't know if those dimensions are going to remain in the new device or if it's going to be bigger or smaller. We do have other information on what the specs are going to be. It looks like this device is going to carry a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip. Supposedly they were going to do a Plus version, which was going to carry a Snapdragon S8475, but according to 91 Models, they weren't able to receive as many chips as they were expecting for the Plus One variant. So information on what Motorola is going to do about that version is still unknown, if they're still going to launch a Plus version at some point later down the line, or if they're just going to stick to the Snapdragon Gen 1 version. The display is going to be FHD Plus, and when it comes to storage, we're going to get two versions. We're going to get the 256 gigabit version and the 512 version. There's also going to be two versions with different RAMs. That's going to be the 8 gigabit and the 12 gigabit version. The device is expected to launch first in late July or early August in China, following a worldwide release after that. Supposedly there are going to be two colors so far. Part of the leaked information is that it's going to be quartz black and tranquil blue, or just black and blue. Now, of course, we don't have information on pricing yet, but if you remember, the Galaxy Z Flip 3 launched for under $1,000, and that was, of course, a strategy that Samsung, was using in order to get people interested on those flip phones. One of the biggest issues with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 was battery life. Battery life, as I said on my review, wasn't very good. It was pretty bad, actually. And so a couple of things that Motorola could do in order to take Samsung's crown away. One is, of course, offering a premium device that, based on the information that we have, it's going to be to offering competitive pricing. You cannot launch one of these devices for $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 and expect people to buy it if they see Samsung selling their device for under $1,000. And of course, battery life. If this thing can beat Samsung when it comes to battery life, which based off some rumors about the Z Flip 4 could happen, because it seems that Samsung isn't going to bump the battery life on that upcoming version of the flip phone by that much, then I think people will move more towards a Motorola device versus a Samsung device. Also because Motorola doesn't offer such a skinned version of Android. So if you want a more clean version of Android, Motorola will be the one to go with. Those are some of the strategies that I think Motorola could use to continue improving their position in the market and to get more people, of course, into their flip devices. What do you think about the new look of the Motorola Razr? Have you ever owned a Razr device? And I'm not talking about the old school Razr, I'm talking about the newer Razr devices. Would you be willing to buy one of these devices if it offered the specs that it needs to offer, or from what you heard so far? Let me know in the comment section. That is it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. Thank you very much for watching.